choreography with the local community here where I live in the UK, and I'm going to be this kind of witchy black cat energy witch. So I'm already all dressed up and making this video, so I guess that must be interesting to see. If this is the first video you see, well, this is what you're getting. So the purpose of this video is to give an update on my 30-day yoga challenge and the results I got. I'm going to put up the results on the screen somewhere now, and I'm going to read to you what those are. So if you haven't seen any of my shorts, I've been doing yoga for almost 30 days. This is the 30-day yoga challenge, the morning yoga movement by Yoga with Cassandra. That's a creator that I've been following for quite some time, for years already. I've been doing her 30-day yoga challenge over and over again for at least 3 years. I usually do it around October, so this is what we are getting into now. The thing is that since the last time I did this yoga challenge, I've put on quite a lot of weight, and the reason for that is that I've had quite a rough time. By rough time I mean things like surviving DV and other stuff like that. That is not really the purpose of this video to discuss, but the reason of my weight gain has been not that I've been out on holiday enjoying my best life, but kind of trying to make it through life, trying to survive. So that's why for me it's quite important to lose that weight and to be back to my normal weight, to my usual weight, the one that I've been maintaining for many years, the one that is healthy for me and I've been comfortable with. So this yoga challenge for me is just one little part of that process. It's me going back to myself in a sense, right? So here are the results of that. What I've accomplished this month, these 30 days, is 23 days out of 30 days I've been able to do yoga. The days that I haven't been able to do that, that is like a week, it's been the week during my period that it's always quite tough for me. I have PCOS and it is very physically taxing. I also have BPD, that is borderline personality disorder, and my mood really tanks during my period. It's very hard for me to do basically anything, to function like a human. All my emotions are going through the roof, as if it wasn't that already a characteristic of borderline, But I've been working hard to control the symptoms of my BPD. So there's that. But sometimes you really cannot fight hormones, and it is what it is. So I always try to do as much or as little as I can in the moment. So 23 out of 30 days I consider it a win, especially that if you go to Cassandra's channel and to the playlist that is about this challenge in particular, she very specifically says that if you miss whatever days, that's not what matters. What matters is that you participate in the channel, and that's the actual win, so I consider that a win. Then for other kind of things that might interest you, during this month I lost 2 kilos. That's about 4.4 pounds. And of course, I cannot attribute this only to my yoga, because I've been also eating mostly home cooked meals and focusing on protein, on whole foods, um, trying to take care of my gut health, trying not to spike my insulin levels too high, all that. I'm also trying to do cardio um, every single day, mostly in the form of walking. That if you have seen my shorts, you know that I love walking, and I do it as often as I can. I try to do it daily. I'm currently living in a very remote area of the UK, and sometimes it's really hard to go out for a walk. Sometimes it rains very often. Sometimes it's really muddy. Sometimes there are floods. It's not so easy, you know. Um, it's very hilly, so the conditions for just walking outdoors are not always ideal. So what I'm also trying to do is to do some sort of home cardio whenever I can. If I cannot go out, I'm trying to do some sort of like step workout or cardio workout at home. But nonetheless, I think that my yoga has contributed to my weight loss. I just cannot attribute that loss exclusively to my yoga. Something that I have noticed that I do think is really directly attributed to my yoga is increased flexibility and increased strength. I'm able to do some of the poses way more easily comparing to when I started. Things like, for example, transitioning from a plank to a high lunge, or like setting your foot like in between your hands when you are in that plank position, or downward dog to plank to lunge. That is something that I can do way more easily now. Things like actually holding a high plank, I can do it way more easily now. And some other positions like warrior two, anything that involves strength in my legs, the chair pose, I can do it way more easily, and tree pose on both sides, I can do that way more easily. Another benefit that I've noticed is that I have a smaller waist. And obviously, when you do yoga consistently, you work on your core muscles consistently, and eventually that will show if you're also keeping a diet that that supports that kind of lifestyle. So my clothes are looser around my waist. My partner has actually told me, hey, your waist is smaller now. I noticed that, so I trust his judgment in that. That's fine. I'm very pleased with that. I've gone down a size in clothing, so I'm very pleased with that. And something that is very important is that I'm feeling more empowered and capable. Every time I can hold a pose for longer, keeping proper pose and form. Every time I do a pose that I couldn't do before, it is very empowering. And it translates into me feeling empowering in other areas of my life, not just in yoga or working out, but something like giving a little speech in public, or wherever it might be, that I feel, oh, hey, yes, I can do hard things, and that's fantastic. And the final benefit that I've stated here is a healthy morning routine. I didn't know exactly how to phrase this, but it's mostly setting the tone for the rest of the day. Doing something that I don't really have to think much about it. It's already kind of automatic in a sense. Mind you that I had been doing yoga in the morning for many years. Then the thing is that my life got so messy and complicated, and hard struggles that I had stopped, but I had had this habit for very long. And now I'm getting this habit back, and it really helps, you know. It really helps to just not to think about it, getting up, doing what I know I have to do, showing up for myself, and that kind of helps me to set up the tone for the rest of the day and say, okay, I've already done something hard in the morning and I feel really good about that. So maybe I can make better food choices, or maybe I can choose to meditate, or maybe I can choose not to let negativity affect me too much. All those sort of things. So those are the results of my 30-day yoga challenge, and I really take it as a win, even if I didn't do yoga every single day of the 30 days. I was actually struggling to make this video, thinking that, well, maybe these are not enough of impressive results to show. It's nothing extraordinary. It's kind of actually a steady weight loss that it's considered healthy. It's the right trend, the right direction, but it's not extraordinary. And I still have quite a bit of weight to lose, to go back, you know, just to my standard weight before all the trauma hit me like a train. So I can see that, I know that, I'm aware of that. So I was thinking, well, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this until I reach my weight, my goal weight. And then I thought, no, this is the reason to make this and to make this visible is that weight loss and fitness progress doesn't happen overnight. And that's maybe a hard pill to swallow. Maybe you want a video that says, okay, like 30 days of yoga and you get your dream body, but that does not work like that. It's every day showing up for yourself, and sometimes you don't feel like doing it, and sometimes you make choices that don't align with your goals, and that's alright. You just get up and keep going the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, and that is how success happens. So understanding that this is not my final form that I'm happy with, or that I, you know, this is not my final goal, but this is part of the process that is going to get me there. I think it's very important, and that's why I decided to make this video anyway and putting this out there. So if you are in a similar position, you will know that it's not going to take you 30 days. It's going to take you much longer, and that's okay, because whatever led you to the position where you are right now, very likely it was longer than 30 days. So it's okay to take time to heal, and it's okay to keep working even if you don't see the results that you are expecting right away, because that's usually unrealistic. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself every single day. You keep going even if you don't see results. You give yourself enough time to evaluate if what you are doing is working, and if you understand that it's not working, you switch it up. But the thing that you shouldn't do is just to give up because you think you're not doing enough, because you think that you're not making enough progress, because that's usually unrealistic expectations. And that's all I have for today. I'm going to go and enjoy my Halloween. My partner is working on a pumpkin right now. I requested Edgar Allan Poe theme because that's my favorite author in this spooky theme, and I'm going to do that Halloween dance, and then we're just going to have dinner and enjoy some horror, spooky films or whatever we want to watch, and that's it. So I hope that you feel empowered. I hope that you feel like you can do this no matter where you are, especially if you think that you are still not where you want to be and you want to give up. No, please don't. Please keep going and know that eventually you will get there. See you next time.